Well, Lynda Steele, it's June 1st.
June 1st.
It's crazy.
Right? It is going to be September 1st before
Don't
you know it.
say that.
I'm
no,
sorry,
but
it
it was a year ago.
Bing.
It was a year ago today, though, that our secret show was announced.
I know. It just feels like time is going by way too quickly, but we've been having fun, are we not? We're having a good time.
I love it, and I'm so glad we've got season 2 coming up, and we love our audience, and we have people who watch so religiously. You know, we have people that are, don't say it, I'm taping it, and then they'll send us a shot. So we have viewing parties now.
Okay, so here's the shot that we got. This is Sheila, and Sheila's dog Petals in the foreground from Parksville. So hello,
Petals.
Sheila and Petals. We have a close-up. Hello.
Oh.
See, you know what? I need a dog. Right?
This just in, guys.
Right. But we would love it if you want to
happen.
send us photos. We'll show you some more throughout the show.
Yes.
But if you want to send us a photo of you watching the show, tell us where you're watching from. Well, if you're maybe having a cocktail or some chips, there's the contact information, and stay tuned. We'll sort of dot them throughout the show.
Yeah,
It's
we're
fun.
going to share your shots throughout the show and keep them coming.
And thank you for watching.
And thank you for watching. And here's what's coming up on a very jam-packed show of Steele and Vance. Mm-hmm. It's some important conversations ahead and some great guests.
Yeah, we've talked a little bit in the past about domestic violence, which is a huge problem in BC and right across Canada. And you know what? A lot of people are saying this campaign that the YWCA did with Trevor Linden was so powerful because they are saying 7,000 domestic violence survivors get concussions compared to just one NHL player.
Think about all the NHL concussion headlines you've heard and seen. And having
Nobody
Trevor
makes a big
Linden do
deal.
this, oh my goodness. Yeah, so Trevor Linden's joining us in studio. There he is. Hi, Trev. He's going to be in studio to talk us through how this all came to be and the fact that there's a new campaign for the Men's Health Foundation, Canadian Men's Health Foundation. I'm a champion along with Trevor in getting men to just make little changes in their health journey to try and talk a little and get into this Park Like a Dad campaign.
We'll explain what that means.
Move for your mental health.
Also, we think COVID's done, right? No, not done, because in fact, BC is really suffering for some reason right now. The new modeling is showing that we have the highest rate of COVID in all of Canada.
That's so scary.
So if that stresses you out, I
does.
think a lot of us are tired, but over the past 3 years or so, we've had COVID and a terrible economy and mortgage rates. You can't
Wars
buy
and-
food and all the rest of it, so we need help.
Yeah, Michele Kambolis, Dr. Michele Kambolis, a touchstone. You may have noticed her book sitting behind us here on our set all season long. She will be in to help give us some tools, a little therapy 101, if you will, to get us started on tamping down the anxiety just a little bit. And we're going to talk about something that's very close to our hearts. I hate this term.
Well, hang on a second, because there are a lot of people talking about the fact that Canada Day festivities in several different cities are being canceled for various reasons. Some people are saying, oh, it's all about political correctness, that in some cities the festivities or fireworks are being canceled because of Truth and Reconciliation, or it's some Chinese celebration, and those groups are going, we never said cancel.
that.
So that's where we get to the, are we becoming too woke?
I hate this term.
I hate that word so much, and we're going to dig into that.
We're going to dig into it, but first we have a busy list of headlines.
I wish this had happened when I was driving my Mini Cooper, because I loved that little car so much, and I sold it because I never drove it, and ICBC was charging me a fortune to have it sitting in the parking lot. So they have just come out today and said, if you are like I was, you don't drive that much, now you can get a special rate and you'll pay less.
But if you only drive a quarter as far as most drivers, why don't you get a quarter of the cost? It's only like a 15%
Well, they're
savings.
saying the less you drive, the lower your rate. So check that out. If you're someone who doesn't drive a lot, you can finally get a little bit of savings from ICBC.
We should all save. ICBC. Insurance is way too expensive.
No,
anyway.
And so is housing, for that
That's
matter.
true.
And did you see the headline yesterday? Well,
I
you
did.
actually talked to the housing minister.
I did. I talked to Ravi Kahlon about this. He's been on the show here. He was hinting at this. There's a new Housing Supply Act, and there's a naughty and nice list for municipalities where the provincial government is saying, you know what, if you don't get You don't get started expediting some of these places and spaces for people to live of all types of housing. Just start building. We're gonna come in. It's unprecedented.
We're gonna come in with the stick.
Yeah, unprecedented
Hopefully.
to see the provincial government reach into municipalities. So an interesting first group, if you will.
And it's
they got 6 months.
Vancouver, also on the island.
Yep.
We're in Kamloops, so there's a lot of people on the list. The mayor here in Vancouver said, yes, bring it on. He's happy about it.
He needs to cut the red tape on the permits in City Hall as well. But Ken Sim's going to join us on our finale show this season. So on June 22nd, we'll see how he's feeling about all of it.
A lot of people also talking about the healthcare crisis and what is going on in hospitals. It doesn't matter where you live in this province. You're probably running into long ER times and problems with staff shortages. And there are dozens and dozens of doctors right across this province who are now speaking out.
Yeah, specifically.
At risk of, being sanctioned by the province and saying, we're in a crisis and you have to deal with it. And that, what you were just looking at, is a new list. You can go online and find out how long at that exact moment it takes
to go through emergency.
Treated.
Yes, and specifically the alarm bells are being rung at Surrey Memorial Hospital, and upwards of 60 physicians, ER physicians plus OBGYNs, all adding their names publicly. I spoke with Adrian Dix, our health minister, about this, and he was trying to tell me about what's happening in February. I'm like, what are you doing now? Like, people are freaking out in this hospital, and rightfully so. He's lovely, and he makes himself available, but and then, fast forward 12 hours from when I spoke with him, and he was on the ground in Surrey talking to people. So the politics at play here for sure, but looking at, I cannot imagine being a pregnant woman who Surrey Memorial is my go-to place at any moment, and the OBGYN and obstetrics physicians are putting their names on a list saying, I can't meet the needs of my patients. It's a lot.
It's a lot. Not good. But I'll tell you what, I am booking my first shingles shot.
Okay.
And part of the reason was because I saw online on social media on the weekend that there are new studies coming out that are showing a dramatic reduction in your incidence of getting dementia if you get the shingles vaccine.
That's going to make a lot of people get it, Lynda.
It has to do with inflammation. Oh my God, I was like, what? I'm phoning right now. Shoppers Drug Mart, going to go get that done.
Good.
Love it. Yeah.
I'm glad that you did that. So the shingles vaccine, very good. Get it done.
Do it.
Also very good is that the city of Vancouver, that were planning on maybe banning gas stoves, realized the error of their ways. My significant other, Brian, who is a corporate chef, was looking at this going, you cannot ban gas stoves. Every restaurant, and in particular, every Asian restaurant that uses a wok needs flame to do it. So ultimately, that was what saw them dial it back.
Right. And you know what? They're not the first government at City Hall to say, let's do something about climate change and let's ban gas stoves and gas fireplaces. Vision Vancouver tried to do it too. Didn't work then either. It's complicated.
It's complicated.
We might go there in the future, but we're not there yet.
We are not there yet. You know where we are?
Where?
Uber in a couple of places where it's taken forever. Oh my goodness, Victoria and Kelowna, celebrate, it's coming for you.
And you know what? I was super mad when I was in Victoria a few months ago saying, well, my Uber app is not working. What's going on? And I realized, you don't have Uber in Victoria yet? That's insane.
It's crazy.
So the cab lobby was, I think, really effective in keeping it out.
Yeah.
But you know what? If the cabs are not doing a good enough job, I say the cabs need to up their game on the app. And I would be happy to take a cab if I knew where you were and when you were going to be to pick me up. I would take a cab.
Agreed. Yeah, I agree with you. Let's quickly touch on some federal politics, because this is a big deal, what we're seeing unfold with regard to interference.
We talked about this, and now we have found out that the former Conservative leader, Aaron O'Toole, has been briefed by CSIS that he was a target of Beijing. Then we found out that a BC MP, Jenny Kwan, she was briefed by CSIS. She's been a target since 2019. So the NDP leader, Jagmeet Singh, came out and said, you know what, there's clearly a lack of confidence in the special rapporteur, David Johnston. So we think that he should step down and that there should be a public inquiry. And basically, a majority of MPs in the House voted to say, let's do that.
Let's just do it, guys.
And David Johnston said, nope, not stepping down. And the Prime Minister said, nope, not calling a public inquiry. So here we are.
Let's waste some
back
more
in the beginning.
Let's waste some more time and money arguing about what we're not going to look into.
Hey, very quickly, if you're a smoker, quit.
Don't do it.
But Canada has become the first in the world to mandate that each cigarette, here's a close-up shot, every cigarette has to have a warning on it now. And I thought, is that going to make you stop smoking if you're standing outside a bar smoking cigarettes cause leukemia at the end of your cigarette?
Oh my God.
I mean,
poison
maybe
in
they should
every
just
puff.
ban smoking.
Maybe they should. What's coming up on the show, Lynda?
Well, still ahead, we have all been through a lot in the past few years, right? COVID, financial insecurity, political polarization, war. If you're feeling overwhelmed and you're not sure how to cope, we have some expert advice next. Family therapist Michele Kambolis joins us in studio.
Indeed, she does. And as mentioned, our viewing parties will continue. So make sure you're sending us your photos. Here is Tom. Tom, you're one of our favorite followers here on the show. You've been with us from day one. Just want to raise a glass to you. Thank you for watching from afar in Winnipeg.
And send in your photos. We'd love to see them.
I love it. Okay, we'll be back in a moment on Steele and Vance. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Steele and Vance. You know what, Lynda, you and I have talked over the course of this season about the stresses associated with COVID-19. I mean, we've come a long way and yet we're still in this stress zone.
Well, and we're not out of the COVID danger zone either, because check out this graphic that I just saw. BC in particular, out of the entire country, we are in the severe zone. So people who think, oh, the COVID emergency may be over, according to the World Health Organization, but COVID itself hasn't gone anywhere. We're still feeling the impacts. I'm still hearing friends of mine who are like, oh, guess what? I've got COVID. I'm sick of it. I feel like the stress that we have all been through over the course of the last 3+ years has really eaten away at a lot of people's resilience.
And our feeling of social, like just being in a room full of people and being worried. I've got a couple of friends who are really worried when they get into a room with people perhaps they don't know that well, been to a concert, it felt odd at first, just being in public feels weird after 3 years of go home, stay home.
Some people are still getting their groceries delivered and are not going to restaurants. And so then I think we're starting to veer. If you're immune compromised, I can see that.
Totally.
But some people I think are starting to get into a mental health issue where they're super fearful. At any rate, I think we need some expert advice.
Oh, yes, we do.
We have a special guest with us who has written a couple of books that I think, here's one of them. Check this out.
Such a good book.
When Women Rise. Dr. Michele Kambolis is a family therapist and someone who has helped all kinds of people, and she's joining us here in the studio. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me. This is an important topic.
Where to begin even?
Well, let's just talk about what you're seeing in terms of COVID and over the last 3+ years, how it's impacted adults, children,
families.
Well, I think it's going to be years before we really understand how far-reaching the effects have been on our mental health. But we can say that there's been an increase in anxiety and depression and stress-related illness. It's in particular, it's affecting women because we're the stress absorbers. Time magazine had a front cover calling women the shock absorbers because we've been working so hard to make sure that everyone around us is managing okay and getting through it. And it's been so isolating. We've been breathing the air of fear for years now, and that has an impact on your nervous system and your mind-body health.
So give us a little 101, if you wouldn't mind, the most oft pieces of advice you might give to somebody who comes to you and says, I'm really struggling with the anxiety I feel in this era of coming out of the COVID emergency, but still feeling in it.
Yeah, well, they've taken the first and most important step, which is reaching out for help. So if you sense that all of your resources have been utilized and you've tried all of your, typical coping mechanisms, and you're still struggling, having a hard time sleeping, getting headaches, stomach aches, your mood is low, anxiety high, relationship stress. I mean, there are a whole host of ramifications, numbing out, self-medicating. Oh my gosh, the increase in alcohol use has gone up, exponentially. So reaching out for help, number one. And really taking it seriously and looking at the tools that you're putting into practice every single day. And I'm a big proponent of the stress audit. Look at everything from the quality of your sleep to the amount of downtime, to those tools that you're using in order to soothe the nervous system, meditation, yoga, and self-care practices. We need to look at our nutrition. I look at mental health in a very holistic, integrative way. And so there's so many different ways that we can really bolster our well-being just through our everyday life practices.
And can we talk about kids too? Because we tend to think that they're super resilient and they're going to bounce back and they'll figure it out and just, get on with life. But COVID really changed things for kids. They didn't have the same experiences and fun things at school and graduations, and it was so isolating. How did it impact kids and even teenagers in particular?
Well, I think it robbed them of many really important developmental experiences and milestones. I think about my own son who was in his graduating year when COVID really hit hard.
That's tough.
And they were all masked. He had just moved schools. So it had such an impact in terms of social connection, relationship development, and just being able to learn in that environment is extraordinarily difficult. And it was very isolating for most of them. And it's going to take some time to work that through.
How do we begin to recover from that? I know there are people watching right now who are like, that's my son, or that's my daughter, or that's me. So when you are seeing it, you're feeling it, because we've all heard how difficult it is to catch up for that lost time, that lost connection, those sweet years where you make a lot of your mistakes in life, right? And are forgiven for them, and it's fun and a little chaotic in a good way. How do we gift that back to our young people?
It's such a good question. I think first of all, we need to normalize it, because when you're going through it, you feel so alone. So to talk about the fact that we're all really struggling to process what's just happened here, and like you said, we're still in it to a certain degree. So normalizing is really important, and looking for the strengths. So what's working and why?
I like that.
And how can you build on that?
Yeah.
The other thing that I have noticed is that it felt like we were just getting hit on the head with a fry pan. It was COVID, and then we have the economic crisis, and we have war in Ukraine, and it just kept stacking. And a lot of people were discovering that they, couldn't even afford to buy groceries. So they were having to take things out of their life just to be able to feed the family. That's got to weigh really heavily on people.
It does weigh heavily, and it takes us into this future-focused, fear-based thinking.
Right.
So we're in fight or flight.
That's important.
We're worried about what's going to happen around the corner. And it takes us out of the moment. So there's research to show that we're only in the moment, present to our lives, 50% of the time.
Oh, wow.
That's 50% of our life that we're missing. And we're significantly more unhappy when we're not in the moment. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You could be cleaning the toilet or brushing your teeth or having a disagreement with your partner. You're happier when you're present to what's happening in the moment than if you're ruminating about the past or worrying about the future.
Because it's the only thing you really have, right? And that's your meditative piece. And so if somebody's watching and thinking, I've never meditated, I don't know how. Do I have to sit a certain way? Do I have to listen? For somebody who's fidgety and energetic, it might look daunting to sit still.
Well, it can be terrifying to get still and to face, your unruly mind can be very intimidating for people. And so I just say, you know, start where you're at. If it's 1 minute, that's great. If it's 2 minutes, just keep building. But it doesn't have to be meditation and stillness. You can walk out in nature and open your senses to everything around you. The most important thing is you come back to an anchor so that when your mind goes off into the fear, you've got something to bring it back. And the anchor that's most accessible to us is the breath. So just simple tool, just noticing the sensation of the breath at the nostril or at the belly can bring you back to the moment.
You also taught me, if I may just jump in real quick, that the exhale is the most important thing.
Yeah.
You taught me that years ago, because you start breathing like, and if you notice you don't, you just have to, if you push it all out, you can breathe back in. I'm not a sit-still meditator, but I am a daily tree walker. I'm a tree breather.
Can I ask you,
Yeah.
does the embracing of gratitude help, where you spend a moment to say, this is what went well today, this is what I'm happy about, these are the good things that happened? Does that help?
It really does, and it changes the neural wiring of your brain. So we know that through neuroplasticity, that when you're practicing gratitude, you refine the area of the brain that increases positivity, compassion, self-acceptance, awe, and all of those feelings where anxiety can't exist in the presence of gratitude.
So if there is a moment that gets extra anxious for somebody, is there physically something you can do? Do we put our feet above our heart? Do we splash water in our face?
Do we pinch someone's
do we
arm
do?
just
Yeah,
to bring them back
sometimes.
to the present?
Is there a something until you can call and ask for help?
Well, we can't think our way through anxiety. Your mid-prefrontal cortex has gone offline. You'll learn this about me. I'm a brain nerd. So you need to go back to the body. And so that means taking low and slow breaths, 4, 4, 6, 2, breathing in for 4, holding for 4, exhaling for 6, holding for 2. Works like magic, especially if you're feeling a panic attack coming on. Yes, elevating the feet. An ice pack in your hands and the bottom of your feet can tamp down the fight or flight response.
Really interesting.
Yes, yeah.
So helpful.
So helpful.
I think the idea is just that we're not alone. A lot of people are suffering.
We have Dr. Michele Kambolis, so that's a good thing. We can find you online as well.
Yeah.
MicheleKambolis.
And the book,
Yes.
When Women Rise, and your first book was called?
Generation Stressed.
Love it. Yeah, there you go. We're all part of that generation. Thank you so much for
My
coming
pleasure.
in.
Thank you for having me.
I hope you have a relaxing and anxious-free, anxiety-free summer.
I'm going to try.
And we'll see you next season. You're coming
got
back,
it.
because I just learned a ton, and I've known you for years. So
I'm glad.
that's
Thank you.
magic.
Okay.
Thank
Thanks
you for
again.
that. All right, we are going to take a quick pause here, but before we do, we have to talk about our viewing party. People
Yeah,
are
we have
coming in
some
for
more
it.
photos.
We
So
do.
we're asking you, if you're watching the show, take a photo. Tell us where you're watching from. Cindy, love you, Cindy, watching from Burnaby. And so if you're watching the show tonight, this is how you get in touch.
Yep. Just
Lots
send us
of
a
ways.
shot.
Send us a shot, and we'll show them on next week's show. And still ahead, you know what stresses me out, since we're talking about stress?
Tell me.
The weaponization of the word woke.
Oh, man.
If you care about climate change or the LGBTQ community, you are too woke, apparently, Jody.
And woke is what I want to be.
Me too. The political right's favorite insult of 2023. We're talking about that when we come back.
Everyone knows if I'm the nominee, I will beat Biden and I will serve 2 terms, and I will be able to destroy leftism in this country and leave woke ideology on the dustbin of history.
Seems super democratic.
I hate this fixation with the right in using the word woke against our enemies.
Do they even know what they're saying, Lynda?
Well, even Donald Trump. Today, there was some video of him questioning this whole woke thing.
And I don't like the term woke because I hear woke. You know, it's like just a term that half the people can't even define it. They don't know what it is.
Oh my
That's
God,
the
I agree with Donald Trump?
That's exactly what I was going to say. It's the first time I agree with Donald Trump. And you might be saying, well, what does the definition of woke actually mean?
Yeah.
We looked it up. Okay. So they're saying it's an adjective and it means alert to racial prejudice and discrimination. So I dug back a little bit deeper. In fact, I saw a really interesting article about the history of woke and wokeness. And this, in a nutshell, is back when Black people used to tell each other to stay woke, meaning stay alert to danger.
Right.
And then after the first young Black man was killed by police, Black Lives Matter jumped on board and started to talk about wokeness, woke and wokeness. And that's kind of the genesis of it. And so people who use the word woke on the right are essentially being critical of anyone that they don't agree with their politics.
It's right up there with snowflake, baby.
And if you think, oh, this is just an American term, woke, no. So the Prime Minister here during the Liberal convention talked about the conservatives and the use of the word woke.
We care about reconciliation. We care about justice. It has never been more clear that everything is interwoven. But again, conservative politicians just don't get that. They don't connect the dots. They either say investing in Canadians is a waste of money, or that our policies are too woke.
Oh yeah, the conservative leader jumped on that one.
Do you think?
Bob's your uncle.
You do have words for me when I'm not around, like at your Liberal Party convention, where you criticized me for not being woke. You said that people need to wake up and accept your woke ways. Well, let's define what your woke ways are. You believe that we should ban hunting rifles and legalize crack, cocaine, and heroin, as you've done in partnership with BC's NDP. That's woke, and it's not working.
I wish we could ban the word woke because the whole intent and the original meaning of woke made sense. Young Black people had
Be
to
aware.
be aware.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah. Now,
be awake.
why are
be
people
woke.
so mean? To me, when people say, oh, you're so woke, I just think that they're mean-spirited.
Mean-spirited or lack better vocabulary. Because that when my son, for example, he'll be mad at me for saying it, talking about this on the air, but so what? Go to bed. He says, Mom, because when he uses a swear or a verbal crutch, I will poke at him at it. I'll be like, hey, can you find a better word than that? Like if he'll say hate, like hate's a lazy word. What are you actually thinking and feeling? When you say woke to me, I'd like to say, what do you mean by that? Do you not like my platform? Do you not like my opinion? Do you not like the tone of my voice? All of those things can be true, but all of those things can be true, but you're woke. I mean, okay, makes you look dumb is what it does.
The thing that concerns me right now is when we see this backlash around the Bud Light thing with the trans influencer.
Happy Pride, by the way.
Yeah, happy Pride. I feel like the LGBTQ community is at risk, and I feel like someone's going to die because of this culture war and the people being woke, and I want it to be gone. I want us to find a way to come to the middle.
Yeah.
If you're not trans, if you're not gay, if you're not a gun owner, if you're not left, you're not right, it doesn't matter.
You're allowed to disagree.
It doesn't matter.
You guys watch us disagree and get along all the time. How about that? How about we do that?
Yeah.
How about that?
Let's throw woke out.
Let's do it.
Okay?
Yeah.
Really, really done with that for 2023. Coming up next on Steele and Vance, a hockey icon shines a light on a dark subject, domestic violence. Trevor Linden's going to join the show next.
Cannot wait.
I don't remember the hit. I remember everything leading up to it, but nothing after. He came from behind me. I didn't see it coming. I was hit in the side of the head. I remember being confused. My ears were ringing. It's hard to talk about. I still experience pain, mood swings. The headaches are debilitating. But this isn't my story.
It's mine.
Doesn't matter how many times we see that. It is
Yeah.
goosebumps, right? Lynda
Goosebumps,
Steele?
absolutely.
A man who needs very little introduction. Trevor Linden is with us in studio. Thank you for coming.
Yeah,
Great
this
to
is
be
great.
here with you guys.
Thank you for doing that. How did that come to be?
Yeah, I mean, it was interesting. It was pitched to me, and I was saying that it's like an actor, when they hear an amazing script, they're like, oh my God, that was amazing. And not that I've ever been in that situation, but when I heard it, I was like, two things. When I heard it, I was like, wow, that's impactful. And then when I heard the stats or looked at the stats around it, I mean, it's staggering, and like, you're just like jaw dropping. And so it just was a really good collaborative fit. So I was happy to be part of it. Yeah.
Say it again, though. For every one NHL concussion that we hear about, the headlines, big sports headlines, there are 7,000 intimate partner concussions.
Yeah, and it's the stigma. It's the thing no one wants to talk about. No one's willing to, and they don't even want to go to their doctor to get help for it, because that would create this, will I lose my kids, you know, and then they're suffering from concussion, and they have trouble working, and they're suffering at work as well, and it's this vicious circle that just, you know, is so debilitating. And you know, what do you think for an NHL hockey player? He's properly diagnosed. He's got the right plan to get back. He understands it. For so many women out there, it's just this awful thing that they have to live with, and it's so, you know, to be part of you know,
Just
helping with this
awareness,
message,
yeah.
this equality is something I'm super proud to be a part of. It was really it's been, and the outpouring of support, the stories I've heard. You know, I had a friend tell me, you know, I've got teenage sons. We watched this, and it was the start, you know, the thought starter to have this conversation about intimate partner violence and what that means, and so there's some real conversations around it. So that's important.
Yeah, and I think that what is really important too is having someone of your profile, someone who's a hockey icon, so a lot of men look up to you, and then to see you participating in the campaign. I think that's key too, is that people are like, oh, we want people to stop and think about it.
Yeah, and you know, you think about, I mean, we're all aware of what's going on in Iran and Afghanistan with women. It's just so awful. But then you realize in our own backyard, we've got a long way to go yet. And just so to talk about it, and I think it's, you know, I have a 6-year-old son. I mean, I want him to know that dad is all for women's equality and support and understanding that there's an equal and what the realities are. So, yeah, I mean, it was, it's impactful, it's meaningful. Hopefully it can create some change. MyConcussionStory.com is a site you can go to kind of learn more about it. And the YWCA does such amazing work for women and their families. And so it was I said yes in about 30 seconds.
And you got the conversation started, which you're also doing as part of the Canadian Men's Health Foundation, and you're a champion.
As are you.
I am, but it's about you today, Trav. But the amazing, necessary, like incredibly important, direct to guys who do not, like we talk about mammograms and pap smears and women do that all the time. Dudes don't.
It's amazing. Like guys, like it's so crazy. Like women talk about how they're feeling today.
Yeah.
Guys are like, hey, you see the basketball game last night? See the hockey game? What kind of car is that? That's awesome, man. Like, you want to play golf next week? You know, like...
That's it.
That's it. It's so surface. And, you know, part of my mental health journey has just been kind of like connecting the head to the heart, connecting this and understanding... I think I grew up in a family that didn't talk about feelings, and then I played a sport which you certainly didn't talk about feelings because, you know, we had this... It was a bit of a code. You suffer in silence, right? You're injured, you don't talk about it. You just go, you play. All anyone cares about is you playing. And that led to a very unhealthy, you get disconnected from what's going on inside. And so for men, you know, the Canadian Men's Health Foundation started, I think 9 years ago. And it was more about their physical health, you know, like, because ultimately men are like, just push on. I got to support the family. I got to work. I got kids. I got to do this, that. And it's like, and your physical health just kind of gets pushed to the side. So it started with, hey, take care of yourself. And now it's morphed into, that is important as well, but now it's about the mental health side of things and just being aware. And it's okay to say, I'm anxious. I'm struggling. And especially out of the pandemic. I mean, that just ramped things up to the next level. So I think it's, what ultimately we want guys to understand that it's okay to understand what's going on and to be able to talk about it. And it's I've worked through this myself, but it's such a relief to be able to say, like, hey, I'm struggling.
What is the aha moment for you?
I think that just the work I've done, I think for me it was I've obviously to people, hey, Trevor Linden, he's successful. He was an NHL hockey player.
Yeah. Your life is perfect.
Yeah, it's not, and it wasn't. And I think that the childhood trauma, if you will, and that takes on a connotation of but it doesn't have to be physical violence or it can be unmet needs. That's the way I'd say it. And I realized how that was shaping my relationships. And ultimately, I didn't want to pass that crap on to my son. Right. I didn't want my 5-year-old to take, to have those unmet needs. And so I make a point of talking about, hey, what's going on inside for you right now? Like, what's happening? Or when he starts to melt down, I'm like, boy, those are big feelings, buddy. What are those big feelings about? Like, talk to me. And so I want him to be connected. I want him to understand those things. And was kind of the aha moment for me.
Women across the country are falling in love already.
I'm already there, guys. I'm already there. Right? With all due respect to Christina. And Brian, who's watching right now, all mad. But let's talk about the latest campaign that's begun with Canadian Men's Health Foundation. menshealthfoundation.ca if you want to look up all of what we're talking about. Don't Change Much. Dan Murphy's podcast is incredible. A resource, because you don't have to change much. Just a couple things, just a little. But this new campaign that starts today, we've got a little video we want to show here.
Move for your mental health.
That's right.
Yeah.
So what's the point of this, Dad? Park far away?
I think there's a stigma that dads always park, they want this spot because it's away and it's kind of this, it is the best spot, right? And
Protect my car.
And the kids are like, Dad, come on. But now they can park far away and not be guilty about it because it's like, hey, it's Move for Your Mental Health Month.
Get your steps.
So park far away, get your steps in, take a little mental break. So it's, so when you're pulling up to Club 16 Trevor Linden Fitness, you can park far away and get a few extra steps in, right?
Worked it right in
Does that work for you when you're feeling a little bit blue or anxious going for a workout?
And I, this shouldn't be confused with high performance.
No.
This isn't about that.
Yeah.
I mean, Move for Your Mental Health can be putting your phone away, going for a walk around the block, taking in the sights, the sounds, the smells, just being still for a moment. And I think that so much of our lives, work, kids, family, it's just like a treadmill. It's just like so giving yourself that mental break and physical activity. I learned this after it was part of my job for 20 years, and then when I didn't have it as my job, I was like, whoa. I really need that because, it's good for our mental health. I mean, everyone thinks about working out, I'm going to work out, I'm going to get strong, but it's equally as important for our brain health. And I'll say I'm a better father, I'm a better dad, I'm a better friend, I'm a better coworker when I've got my exercise. And, it's challenging, you got to find it, but it doesn't have to be, you don't have to do the gross grind.
No.
Go for a walk, connect with a friend, just move. And that's kind of the campaign is just get guys thinking about their mental health and then understanding that sometimes, some of the best brain sessions I've had is when I'm out by myself on my bike or going for a walk or going for a run, and you got problems or you got some challenges at work or what have you, and you just process it and just work through it just by yourself in your own little space.
Come up with the most brilliant ideas.
Do the thing. It'll give you the energy to do the thing, and you can access what you need if you give yourself the space to do it. Club 16, when you started that, when you're like, I'm making this accessible to everybody, because there are a lot of people going, I can't afford to join a club. Clubs are expensive, and you're like, not anymore.
Yeah, and one of the things with that is we wanted people at any age, any shape, any size, wherever they are on their fitness journey, to be comfortable there. And that's what it's about. We're opening our 17th club in Chilliwack.
Come on.
17? That's not on brand, Trevor.
Yeah, I know it's not. Well, 16 was before the pandemic. And then the pandemic was a whole heck of a lot of fun, by the way. So in the fitness business. But but it's like I want that person that's never gone to a fitness facility before to be able to walk in and feel comfortable, and that's where we're geared. And it's my dad turned 80 in February, and
happy birthday, Dad!
Yeah, right, like 80 years old, and he's riding his bike. Yeah. And I think it's so important that we, as we get older, we're doing resistance training, we're pushing some weight around. I mean, it keeps us strong, it keeps our bones dense, it helps with our balance. I mean, whether you're 20, 40, 60, 80, move.
Do the thing.
Yeah.
Do the thing.
Trevor Linden, so great to have you in the studio.
Open door policy.
You guys, finally. I waited all this time. You guys have been doing this for so long. And I finally get the call.
You
did put the congratulation on our premiere show.
Yes,
so you were technically involved.
But then I had to wait forever.
We're bringing them back. Bringing them back for season 2.
Better late than never. Thank you.
Consider yourself booked.
Thank you
Trevor
so much.
Linden.
Thank you guys.
Man, that was so cool. I mean, this is the thing. Viewing parties are a thing as well, so you can also send us a viewing party picture because we'll work you in on that as well, because people are taking photos of themselves watching our show and sending them in to Steele at CHEKmedia.ca, Vance at CHEKmedia.ca.
But coming up next, you're about to land when a fellow passenger decides, I gotta get off this plane right now. Yeah, opens the emergency door mid-flight. What the hell is wrong with people?
What the hell's wrong with people,
Straight
Lynda?
ahead.
Oh, man. Our mission to get Lynda a dog continues, and she's mad about this first story in.
Yeah. What the hell's wrong with people? There's a woman, a dog owner, who was walking her super cute puppy in Vancouver around Ontario and 4th Avenue. The puppy went to pick up something to eat, as they tend to do, and the owner looks down and check out what she saw. These are bits of what looks like pizza that had a whole bunch of safety pins embedded in it.
Just awful.
Who the hell does that?
Who the hell does this? Like, you are mentally deranged. I hope you're watching right now, and I hope karma comes for you. I'll just say that.
SPCA police investigating.
Please.
Crazy. This also bugs me when people are too lazy or stupid and they don't want to dispose of dumps, stuff that they don't want to take it to the dump, so they'll just chuck it on your property.
I'm a Karen when it comes to this. I report this stuff.
Burnaby. So this is someone who threw 70 bags of asbestos-laden drywall on public property.
70.
This was the second time. Don't do that. $3,000 it took the people to have to throw that out.
They caught that guy,
That
right?
is super ignorant.
How about this on a Scarborough bus? If you haven't seen this, this is the most viral video of the last couple of days. These kids on a bus decided, let's light off some fireworks.
On a bus. These kids have no brain cells, or they were high, or they're ignorant, and you know what?
They don't realize they could
nothing's gonna happen to them.
Yeah, but we all know somebody who's blown their fingers off with fireworks. Like, what the hell is wrong with these people?
And where do they get it anyway? You shouldn't be able to buy fireworks like that. That is exactly why they put bans on fireworks, to keep them out of the wrong hands. That could have easily injured somebody, taken out an eye, or killed someone.
Where are the parents?
Right.
Where are the parents? Because legally, things might not happen here, but the parents should be definitely
your
making some
kid's
lessons.
Not going to get on a bus with fireworks and light them off.
I hope not.
Right?
Well, he'd find a whole world of hurt in his single light bulb hanging in his bedroom with absolutely nothing but a mattress on the floor. That's how that would go down. Okay, my biggest fear, I'm a terrified flyer, okay? I had one really bad experience in my life.
Okay, so let me set this up. This is another viral video, and this was on an Asiatic Airlines flight over South Korea. They were getting close to landing, but still way up in the air.
This guy got up out of his seat first.
When a passenger decided, I gotta get off, and he opens the emergency door.
I can't.
They're 700 feet off the ground. All the other passengers are freaking out.
Let me know it's over.
Can you believe it? So there is an investigation. The passenger who opened the emergency door is potentially facing charges.
Good.
They said, what the hell were you doing?
What the hell's wrong
with
you?
The guy said, well, I was feeling overwhelmed.
Okay.
I thought, Bubble, I would like to push you out the door.
Oh my God.
Right?
Okay, let's go to happy endings because I need to forget about that. Do you love Ted Lasso like I love Ted Lasso? You love Ted Lasso?
Saw the first 2 seasons.
The finale was last night. No spoilers. Here's Jason Sudeikis at the White House with the cast with a little message that kind of summarizes today's show a little bit.
About what Ted Lasso was all about.
So, like, no matter who you are, no matter where you live, no matter who you voted for, we all probably, I assume, we all know someone who has, or have been that someone ourselves, actually, that's struggled, that's felt isolated, that's felt anxious, that has felt alone, right? And it's actually one of the many things that believe it or not, that we all have in common as human beings, right? And so that means that it's something that we can all, and should talk about with one another when we're feeling that way, or when we recognize that in someone feeling that way. So please, we encourage everyone, and it's a big theme of the show, is like to check in with your neighbor, your coworker, your friends, your family, and ask how they're doing, and listen sincerely. You all ask questions for a living, but you also listen for a living. So, who am I preaching to? The choir, that is. Okay.
All right, so that's kind of a
Great
theme
message.
with Dr. Michele Kambolis, also with Trevor Linden on the Canadian Men's Health Foundation, menshealthfoundation.ca for dudes that need to reach out. I'm grateful for you being there for me.
Thank you. Back at you. I was grateful for Ted Lasso during the COVID pandemic situation. It was good to watch. Grateful for Twist. Thank you so much to Twist
you look
and
gorgeous.
Lords. Thank you.
Shoes and apparel.
Thank you to our viewers like Eugene.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, Eugene, let's
he
have
gives
one
us
last
chips.
picture.
Do we have Eugene's photo? There he is. Viewing party.
Thanks, Derek Wong and Nina Savage.
And Dave Lackmanic.
See you
wherever
next
you
week.
are. Bye.